Felicity Fancybottom, or the Cat Queen as she preferred, wasn't your average cat. She dreamt big, dreamt wild, dreamt of a circus. Not just any circus, mind you, but a dazzling spectacle of acrobatics, clowning, and daring feats. Felicity envisioned lions leaping through hoops of fire, parrots reciting Shakespeare, and a grand finale featuring a troupe of synchronized mice. It was ambitious, outrageous, and absolutely perfect. Felicity, a ginger tabby with emerald eyes, possessed an unshakable belief in her vision. She knew deep down in her whiskered heart that she could build this empire of wonder. She just needed a plan, a sprinkle of magic, and a whole lot of catnip for the tough days ahead. The Cat Queen started small. She rallied the neighborhood strays, promising them fame and a lifetime supply of tuna. Her enthusiasm was infectious, her meows persuasive, and before long, she had a ragtag group of performers ready to be whipped into shape. Importing a lion proved trickier than anticipated. "It's for my circus," Felicity explained to the bewildered pet shop owner. The man, a portly fellow with a walrus mustache, chuckled nervously. "Circus, eh? And what will you be feeding this lion, little lady? Dreams and catnip?" Felicity, unfazed, presented a meticulously crafted budget, complete with paw-drawn charts and graphs. She had factored in everything from fish costs to potential vet bills. The pet shop owner, impressed by her entrepreneurial spirit, agreed to help. Her days were a whirlwind of activity. Felicity negotiated with pigeon trainers, bartered for second-hand unicycles, and even convinced a retired magician to part with his collection of sparkly top hats. She learned to juggle rubber balls and sometimes fish while balancing her checkbook. It was exhausting, exhilarating, and everything she ever wanted. Training, as it turned out, was more chaotic than a game of cat and mouse. The parrots, instead of reciting Shakespeare, developed a fondness for mimicking the local dogs. The synchronized mice routine descended into a free-for-all cheese chase. And the lion? Well, let's just say his idea of leaping through a hoop of fire involved a nap and a disdainful flick of his tail. Felicity, ever the optimist, met each challenge with a purr and a plan. She devised a reward system based on tuna and catnip, which worked wonders, except on the lion, who preferred steak. She learned to communicate with each animal, understanding their quirks and motivations. There were days when Felicity questioned her sanity, days when the parrots mimicked her every word in high-pitched squawks, the mice used her tail as a climbing rope, and the lion refused to acknowledge her existence. But then, she would catch a glimpse of the wonder in the eyes of the neighborhood children who gathered to watch the rehearsals, and her spirits would soar. Section 4. Claws of Terror, a near disaster. Disaster struck during a dress rehearsal. Fluffy, the adorable rabbit actress hired for her juggling skills, or lack thereof, hopped a little too close to Leo the lion. Leo, mistaking Fluffy for a furry chew toy, lunged. There was a collective gasp from the audience of squirrels and pigeons perched on a nearby fence. Felicity, in a flash of feline agility, leaped between them. She hissed at Leo, her fur standing on end, her eyes blazing with a ferocity that surprised even the lion. Leo backed down, chastened, leaving Fluffy trembling but unharmed. That night, as Felicity nursed a bruised ego and a scratched nose, she realized the gravity of her undertaking. This wasn't just about dreams and catnip anymore. It was about responsibility, courage, and the well-being of her performers. Section 5. The show must go on. The grand opening of the Cat Queen Circus was met with a mixture of trepidation and excitement. The air buzzed with anticipation as the first audience members, a motley crew of animals and a handful of brave humans, took their seats. Felicity, resplendent in a custom-made top hat and a sequined vest, took a deep breath and raised her paw. The music started, the lights dimmed, and the show began. The parrots, surprisingly, remembered their lines, mostly. The mice performed a semi-synchronized cheese roll, and Leo, with a mischievous glint in his eye, leaped over a fire-free hoop. The crowd roared with laughter and applause. They marveled at the dancing bears, gasped at the tightrope walking gerbils, and cheered for the grand finale, a spectacular display of feathers, fur, and synchronized tail swishing. It wasn't perfect, but it was magical. Section 6. Dare to dream, dare to roar. The Cat Queen Circus became a roaring success, pun intended. Felicity, once astray with a dream, had created something extraordinary. Her journey taught her the importance of hard work, resilience, and a dash of feline cunning. But most importantly, she learned that even the wildest dreams could come true with enough passion and determination. So, to all you young entrepreneurs out there, remember the Cat Queen story. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams no matter how big or hairy they may seem. Dare to dream, dare to roar, and never ever let anyone tell you that you can't achieve the impossible.